you will never be able to self-improve. You'll stay stuck right where you are forever. You'll live an average life and have the same boring day where you work at a job you hate every single day. That is, if you don't self-destruct. And what do I mean by self-destruct? Well, right now you've defined yourself as having a bunch of traits and tendencies and habits and weaknesses. Maybe you identify yourself as someone who can't eat clean, or someone who's undisciplined, or someone who can't talk to people, or someone that can't relentlessly work. You call yourself all of these things because of the experiences you've had throughout your life. When you were younger, maybe your teacher said that you can never focus and get the work done, or that you're dumb. Maybe you've gotten used to quitting and not pushing yourself, or you've told a bunch of people that you aren't a disciplined hard worker. Whatever it is, all of the experiences of your life accumulated have led you to define yourself with these traits and tendencies. But none of these serve you. Saying that you're undisciplined won't get you anywhere. When you try to do disciplined work, you tell yourself that doing that stuff isn't you. When you try to fix your diet, you're going against several years of your identity of being someone with a bad diet. It's all identity. You need to get rid of your old self and become a new person. A person with all the good traits, a confident person, a person who puts themselves through hard disciplined work, an entrepreneur, an outcast. Then when you don't want to do something, you'll tell yourself, no, I do hard things. I have to do this. That's my old self that was undisciplined, not the person I am today. And since you have that powerful belief and that powerful sense of identity, you'll be able to do great things. No successful person at all has gone successful by telling themselves that they're a loser or that they hate eating clean. They all built themselves a powerful new identity. So now that I've convinced you, here's how to actually self-destruct and become a new person. Step 1 is that you need to have a new environment. So if you currently go to school, wait until a break, preferably a long summer break, and in this time you can change into your new self and come back as a completely new person. You see, if you just try to become a new person while you're still seeing your classmates every single day, they'll notice your gradual change and they'll kind of bully you back into your old identity. The old you. This is what happened to me personally, so learn from my mistakes. You need a period of time where you can change and get away from the people that know you. You can also just switch your environment. Maybe this is changing schools or going to university or moving to a new city or joining something new like a sport. If there's new people that you haven't met before, you can have your new identity when you're with them and they won't question it because they didn't know you previously. So right now, try and think of the next opportunity where you can do this. The second step that you need to do is to actually change your identity now. So like I always say, this needs to be a gradual change. If you try to change your whole identity overnight, your family is going to bully you back into your old identity. Whereas if you changed your identity and the way you portray yourself slowly, they'll get used to it over time. And changing your whole identity overnight is unsustainable anyways. You'll just go back to your old self because you're making such a huge change. To change your identity, start doing the things your ideal self would do. Start reading from or listening to the people you admire. Force yourself to gradually change into the person you want to become. But now you're probably asking, how do you force yourself to not lose motivation? You do this by keep on reminding yourself over and over and over of why you're doing this. Make a vision board of the life you could be living. Have pictures of your dream car, your dream house, your dream lifestyle, your dream everything, and look at that vision board every single morning. Visualize yourself buying the car or being inside your dream house. This will make it that much more realistic. And another thing you can do is affirmations. Every single day, like right before you go to sleep or right after you wake up, tell yourself that you already have the traits that you want. Write down 5 to 10 phrases of the traits that you want in your phone's notes app, and then repeat them 5 times each. It literally takes 3 minutes a day, and it will speed up your progress by years. And I know all of this sounds super cringe, and I thought the same thing too, but it's what all successful people do and has done great things for them. So just copy what works, even if it feels cringe when you're starting out. And the last step is to make irreversible decisions towards your new self. If you make decisions that you can't undo, that take you closer to the person you want to become, while you're motivated to become that person, then you can't fall back into the bad habits and traits when you're unmotivated, since you've already made the decision. You're no longer relying on motivation, and relying on motivation causes a ton of people to give up when they try to self-improve, since when they mess up once, they feel like they've lost all of their progress. For example, there's a software I used called Cold Turkey that permanently blocked all of the websites on my computer I shouldn't have been going on. I think you know what I'm talking about. You literally are not able to delete the software while a block is active. It's that strict. So when I was unmotivated and I felt like going onto those websites, I wouldn't even be able to do so since I already turned on that permanent block. And another example of this is selling your video game consoles. If you're really serious, you can break them or throw them in water or even burn them to make the moment more memorable. And as a result, your identity shifts stronger. This will also play as a symbol or like a marking point of change for you. A new era of your life. So take a few minutes to think about what this could be for you. In conclusion, you need to number 1, have a new environment or a long break when you can become the new you. Number 2, give yourself constant reminders and slowly shift your identity toward the person you want to become. And number 3, make irreversible decisions that will bring you closer to becoming your new self so you don't have to rely on constant motivation. And yeah, that's all I had to say, and thank you so much for listening.